Republicans are focusing on a special election in Georgia on Tuesday to fill the House seat left empty by Health and Human Services Secretary Tom Price. Now, there are 18 candidates. There's only one with a unique connection to President Trump. One America's John Hines has more from Washington.
Of all the candidates running in Georgia's 6th district primary race Tuesday, there is only one who was in Trump Tower in June of 2015 when President Trump announced his candidacy. That Georgia congressional candidate paid a visit recently to the nation's capital to rally support from Trump loyalists.
What drew my attention, which was candidate Trump at the time in June, when he came out with a powerful, profound message to push back on special interest on that, which resurrected a pulse of the nation to get behind him because of that authenticity, that organic flavor.
An organic flavor that eventually led Bruce LeVell, the owner of a jewelry manufacturing business, to enter this competitive race for the Georgia congressional seat once held by Newt Gingrich, based in the suburbs north of Atlanta.
I jumped in because I felt that I really want the president to be successful, and he wants to implement a $1 trillion infrastructure plan, overhauling our old bridges and highways, as well as our mass transit. Being a former chairman of a transit authority, one of the 7th largest in the country, it was generally down my wheelhouse to say, hey, I want to be the champion in transportation. I want to help him. I want to fill that seat because, unfortunately, Atlanta has the worst traffic grid in the nation.
Traffic is a major issue in the campaign, but so is President Trump, says LeVell, who feels the tug of loyalty when he speaks of the erstwhile presidential candidate.
We endured it. We went through it. And I think it's refreshing to him know that we're still there for him. You know, to know that your allies that was there when nobody else would come around says a lot. And that's why when you're on so early, you have an emotional attachment to want him to succeed. And that's what's so authentic about the early Trump supporters, because they got into it when it wasn't popular, especially for African-American man like myself from the South.
And back when it was not popular, LeVell and others in the campaign decided to change candidate Trump's narrative, at least insofar as it concerned the issue of diversity.
Well, I was executive director. It was of the National Diversity Coalition for Trump, the largest multicultural diversity organization, quote, in the history of any GOP candidate in these United States of America. And it's under President Trump.
Georgia's special election rules are unusual. All candidates run in the same primary regardless of party. If no one reaches a majority, the top two finishers will meet head-to-head in a June runoff. John Hines, One America News, Washington.